Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
First down at 10 at their own 10-yard line. Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randos scrambles, started off the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. Rory going to the single coverage, end zone. He hits Cooper again.
Welcome to episode 265 of, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop that shtick that I've been doing with the whatever, making up the top tier names. You guys already know that. This is the Indiana State recap of game number 3. IU moves to 3-0 overall. If you guys haven't caught it, we'll get to the board. We'll go over some cool stats. And we'll probably do some stuff a little bit different. But joining me, not very different, is Brandon. Brandon, what's up?
What is going on? Not as fun as 66-0, but man, I enjoy those games. Am I alone? Do you enjoy these warm-up games? You know,
yeah. Yes.
Especially the last 2 weeks, and I think especially if you look around college football, I mean, I don't want to make this about scheduling, but I think it's just so smart to get 12 quarters under your belt, right? Getting, iron sharpens iron, and all that. But I mean, I really do. Indiana has built itself a preseason schedule, and I think it's really, really smart, and it's also fun, and it leads next weekend into a really good spot. So
massive, bro. Massive game. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, a lot of people want to sit back and look at the schedule, right? That's always been the big thing. Oh, it's so weak. I mean, I understand, I guess, that Virginia Tech's on a down year, but they got smoked at home by Old Dominion. Smoked by Colton Joseph and them boys. And Old Dominion 2-1. Only lost to IU. And that game should have been a disaster. I don't want to keep going back and forth on that, but that should have been at minimum 48
to 0.
48 to whatever it was. Or I'll give him 7. I'll let him have 7. So 48-7, right?
Their 2 touchdowns came on a 78 and 75-yard play. I mean, yeah. It's not like they, move the ball down. And guess what, guys? They're a damn good team.
Yeah, no, the fact still remains they didn't play a single offensive snap on our side of the 50-yard line. Like, that's just 2 fluke plays and then a drop pass by who might be the greatest wide receiver in the entire country.
And they might win 10 games this year.
And, yeah, they look really good. Old Dominion looks really good. Kennesaw State, I think, played this weekend, but it was against like Merrimack or something. But I mean, I don't think those are 2 rollover games. I got a quick question before we get into it. Would you rather go toughest? I'd say we went toughest, second toughest, third toughest, I guess you would say, in the schedule. Would you rather go that way to set up for Illinois, or would you rather go
perfect
other way? See, I'd rather almost go the other way.
I wouldn't want ODU right before. So Mendoza actually had an awesome interview. I don't know what broadcast it was on. It looked like something like local TV. It was kind of low quality. But he was just like, we get an extra day rest. We got a half a game rest.
Yep.
We have things we can work on. So I love that this game was on a Friday. I also saw Friday nights are for high school football. Both. I mean, the people that say that don't know that like high school football games start super early and end super early. And people also don't know there's this thing. I mean, we don't need TiVo anymore. You just record the game.
Yeah.
So anyway, They get an extra day rest. They got a half a game rest. I like that they had essentially a preseason game, a scrimmage right before Illinois.
Dude, it was so easy, but at the same time, everything was so crisp. So I do think that it was like a perfect setup for the biggest game of the season so far.
This was a confidence, it's confidence building.
Well, let's get into it. We're talking about IU 73, Indiana State 0. That was the final score of last Friday's game. Yeah. There's where do we start? Honestly, usually we have one stat of the game, but I've got one section, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stats that we can go over from the game. I'm going to go through these. I'll kind of sit back, see what you think about them after that, and then we'll do a quick headline if you want. We're not even going to touch marketplace, really. I mean, we could kind of go.
There's no need.
Yeah,
There's no need.
Go through the offense and kind of talk about some players if you want. There's 0 stock down. And then, we'll revisit.
Let's talk about the stats. I want to lean into the stats because
they're
All
right, here we go.
Can I start things off?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Do it.
Do you know how hard it is to go 19 for 20? I don't care if you're playing varsity versus JV. 19 for 20, and honestly, wasn't the one miss a drop?
I'm trying to remember the miss. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Drops. Maybe.
I think it was. But regardless, 19 for 20, 95%. And I love that it was we've done that before with Peyton Ramsey.
Yep.
So again, I think confidence is key. 95% completion percentage. Again, you want it to start with a 7. Even 70% is good. 95 is unheard of. Even against an opponent like this. And Sig was furious with him. I don't know if you rewatched this game.
I did. I watched that today. Yeah.
Sig, I felt like Nando may have had a butt ripping in film study, whether that was yesterday or today. In mostly the RPO game.
I was going to say it's a read off game. It was the K1 Black play where the entire crowd live thought K1 Black had the football, and then rewatching it on TV, so did the cameraman. Like the only person that knew that Nando had the ball was Nando, and then the play-by-play person on TV. Like that was it. Like everybody was going nuts, and then we were like, oh, never mind. He only got like a yard. Like that was the play, and he had two straight bad read options. He got like a yard on the first one, and then a yard on the next one. But yeah, he got ripped. It was great. I could read his lips, and it was pretty explicit.
It was hand off the fucking ball.
Yeah, well, there it is.
That was exactly it. Hand off the fucking ball. And the comparisons in game isn't, but you could see Nando's on the same RPO learning curve as Rourke. Mm-hmm. I remember in the first month we were saying, he should have handed that one off. Why didn't he keep it? Nando's the other way around. He's keeping it probably a little too much because he trusts his legs, right? And now in hindsight, why didn't Rourke keep the ball? Because he had a torn freaking ACL that no one knew about. But it's just funny that it does take the RPO, especially in your first year. I think that's going to be the huge thing for Alberto and potentially Tyler Cherry is they'll have multiple years in this RPO scheme. But for Rourke, they didn't run that at Ohio. For Nando, they didn't run that at Cal. So running this RPO offense takes some time, which is why I exactly like the way the schedule is.
Exactly. So Brandon mentioned that 19 and 20, 95% completion percentage is tied with Ramsey, as we talked about. That is a school record, tied a school record. There were two others.
Record.
Yes, two others that tied. One of them's a new one. Sorry. One other one that tied was the receiving touchdowns by my boy Coop. He was unstoppable on on Friday. Ridiculous. He had 4 touchdown catches, ties James Hardy, who did it against Michigan State, I think. And then the home winning streak, 11 straight wins. That's a new program record at home. I just peeped at something because I was going to go figure out who the drop was, but then I got distracted. Don't want to give too much away. We'll stick on the script, but we are opening bet favorites against Illinois -4.5.
No, it's up to 5.5.
Really?
Yeah,
I was looking at on the ESPN app.
No, DraftKings.
Okay.
It is up
There you go.
to 5.5, which scares me, quite
It's
frankly,
a little high.
that the public already is hammering the Hoosiers.
I think it'll come back to, I think 4.5, 3.5 by kick somewhere in there.
God, I love 3.5. If it gets to
Me too.
3.5, it might
Me
be a
too.
hammer.
All right. Let's roll through these total stats and whatever.
Well, we have to
stat.
cover the next one, and then we can roll.
What's the next one?
The
Total yards, right?
No, we have receiving records. We have.
I told you. I just talked about it. You didn't say anything.
Oh, well, anyway, it's because I was following. I need Drake London to score less than 12 points and I win. And they were in the red zone. So I made this comparison before, but watching him play, watching him shred tackles, watching him in the backfield, watching him in motion. Omar Cooper is Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
They're both built like shit brick houses. They both have plays schemed for them. It is so impressive the way Shanahan gets Cooper involved. It makes me think, why don't they get Surratt more involved? More back shoulders, more out routes, but that is such a minor grievance. Holy cow, was Cooper just unstoppable, as he should have been. Again, it's Indiana State, but just Deebo Cooper is going to be what I'm calling him the rest of the year. The guy is just putting on an absolute show. I know always in our preps we go players to watch. He's gonna be in my player to watch the rest of the season, because what he does pre-snap, what he does when he doesn't get the ball, he's going to start drawing so much attention from the defense that I think it complements the run and the pass game. And I think he's obviously going to do so much with the ball, 4 freaking touchdowns. But what he's going to do for the offense as a whole is just so exciting because of the way Shanahan is moving him and scheming him and getting the ball in his hands. We've seen a touchdown every way. We've seen it a screen, a slant, an end around, a deep ball.
A deep post, yeah.
He's done it any way you can get a touchdown. Omar Cooper has done it this year. And he should have had a 56-yard skinny post in the Old Dominion game.
ODU, yeah. Yeah, he's got to be up there. I haven't looked to see an individual stats, but I'd say he's probably up there and now after that game in total touchdowns by a wide receiver. And, as I said, the ODU game, he makes that catch and he may be leading the country. So, so let's go on to total yards. I'm going to let you talk about it for just a second. Total yards, IU 680, Indiana State 77 with 10 of those yards, 10 or fewer for almost 3 entire quarters. What do you think about that?
Yeah, again, it's the offense I was more impressed with, even though they gave up 0 points, because you could just tell at the point of attack, it was men against boys. I mean, that's just what it's like against FCS school. I want to see if that defensive line domination carries over. I think it did in the first 3 games. Those 2 ODU touchdowns, I put more on the linebackers and more on the safeties, which Sig has called out safety play, which if there was a weakness in this game, kind of safety play again. But the defensive line was just dominant. And again, almost 10-1 yards. I mean, that's insane. I think you might be muted.
That still muted 100%. Yeah. So, I was going to say, since you talked about the defensive line, we were going to skip first downs, but I'll go through first downs real quick. First downs, IU 33, Indiana State 5.
It's the next
tackles.
Yeah,
next one. The next one. Tackles for loss, IU 16, Indiana State 2. And I think the 2 for Indiana State came probably pretty late. I could tell you that this game, I was gone at halftime. 45-0. As soon as my 5-year-old goes, I'm getting tired. Is it like what? How long are we going to stay? I was like, they go up 45-0.
Yeah,
we'll leave. And as soon as he caught that ball, I was like, done. And listening to Fisher and Buxer in a blowout game like this is so much fun because I don't know who who doubles up Buxer's drinks, allegedly. I'm just saying, or whatever is going on, but he gets loose and it is hilarious. But yeah, back on topic. So IU sacks 5, Indiana State obviously 0. So both
is it greedy? Is it greedy to say I wanted more? I mean, Kamara got on the board.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just look at the other 16 tackles for loss, only 5 sacks.
They
weren't sending pressure.
Yeah.
They were getting pressure enough with 4. They sent 8 in a few times, which I wish we would have kept that in the bag a little bit.
We got Jones on a little wraparound on one.
Yeah, there were some linebacker stunts and delays that I wish we would have maybe kept for Altmaier. But
we'll have some more stuff up their sleeve. I can guarantee you that. But yeah. I'm with you. I was going to say something about the offense. I just didn't have a chance to hop in. But again, pretty vanilla. I mean, there was nothing real super special. Maybe the Jonathan Brady little corner touchdown.
That was nicey.
Just such a dude. We're going to talk so much about Mendoza the entire year, but that kid can throw a ball, dude. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Well, did you hear what Charlie Becker said, though?
No.
Did you hear what Mr. Becker said?
What a catch he had, too, by the way.
He goes, Fernando's IQ is through the roof. He knows where we're going to be before even we are going to be there. But because Becker's now caught a touchdown pass from Nando and Alberto. And he goes, he needs to teach Alberto to take a little bit off of it.
I did hear that.
Alberto, or he says Alberto throws a little bit of a fastball. So,
he's got to be going out there amped up, man. So,
yeah, he looked good too.
He did too, man. He's gonna be such a stud, man. He's gonna be so good to fill in for his brother. But yeah, dude. I mean, that's it stat wise. Is there anything else you had in the bag that? I mean, there's dominant all the way across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm sure we'll get to talking to him, but the running back situation was a little fun. Not the way anybody probably would have scripted it. And I wonder if you got a little news on another running back. But first, let's go to headlines. Do you have any headlines and like little sub headline?
Not so Hoosier hospitality.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. I'm going to go with, I've got LOL.
Yeah.
And my little sub thing is, what are the creepy red jacket wearing Californians saying that went wrong this week, right? So like, and you guys know who that is. There's nothing. Like nobody can nitpick that game at all, right? Like maybe they gave up a couple gashes in the fourth quarter when the third teamers were in there. We need to be a little bit stronger. But no, dude, it was perfect. It was a perfect game. They didn't cross the 50 until maybe
mid fourth quarter,
third quarter, fourth quarter, somewhere in there. I don't know. I was in the car. I have no idea. It was perfect, man. And it was running through the motions. It was a good warm up game for what's to come on Saturday. How do you want to do Marketplace? I mean, do you just want? I guess
can we do a non-starters only?
Okay, we can do non-starters. We can do that.
The whole first team offense and first team defense, incredible.
Yes,
I want to talk about the guys that we're likely not going to talk about the rest of the year.
That's gonna be tough on defense. All right, I'll try.
Okay, I'll go first. And Kobe Martin, I did not know you had that in you. He plays both bully ball and his speed to the outside.
Yes.
He might rival Hemby for speed. He definitely beats Kalen Black for speed. Holy cow. The way he pulls away is just impressive. That top line speed when he gets going, man. Kobe Martin from Fishers. I didn't know you had that as a redshirt freshman. Makes me feel real good about him, because he's going to need to play. I mean, let's talk about it. BB likely done. I don't think we'll ever find out because they don't announce injuries. But that was non-contact. It was bad.
I didn't see it.
People are saying some knee. They're saying knee. But he'll be back. He'll be back next year. He's gonna preserve his red shirt. So we'll have BB next year. You bounce back from a knee injury nowadays in 9 months. So he'll be good for fall camp. And that makes me feel good about Kobe Martin and BB going into next year. Maybe add one more player in the portal. But Kobe Martin, hat tip, sir.
Friend of the pod. Don't know if you knew that or remembered that he's been interviewed on this podcast. Seth did that one. So on the offense, I had the stats pulled up. Offense, I don't know, Sean. I got an interesting stat that we didn't talk about. So the rushers of the football, I would say that the three starters, right? So Black averaged 9.7 yards per carry, BB 9.2, Roman Hemby 6.3, Kobe Martin 9.9, Sean Kuno, the true freshman out of New York, I think, 8.5 yards a carry on 2 carries. So they carried the rock just well. Overall,
Kuno from Clearwater, Florida.
Florida. Okay, I don't know who I'm thinking about, New York guy, but yeah, Kuno, the true freshman. Let me see if I can pick somebody.
There's one more obvious one.
Oh, I was going to go Jonathan Brady. Is that who you're talking about?
No.
Who were you going to go?
Alberto.
Alberto. Yeah, he looks good. 6 of 9, 104, 2 tutties. Brady, also for somebody that doesn't, I guess you would say start. I guess he's part of that second string with Becker and Brady, and
Brady will get another punt return for a touchdown this year.
Oh, dude, he's a stud.
He will get at least one more. I don't know what the gambling odds are on that, but like he kind of has that like Le'Veon Bell, like, okay, I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna wait and then go. There was like 2 times I was like, go, but like he does that like one step and like, okay, where do I want to go here? Where do I want to go? Watch it next time. And it's so smart. And you can just tell like it's natural to him. He likes it. He sees the field. He has vision. So that's the only thing I wouldn't say is kind of a non-starter, because we've already seen what he can do in the return game.
Yeah.
He's electric.
You could go there. You could go. They just didn't. I mean, I'm sorry, but Omar caught all of the footballs. Out of the 26 catches, he had 10. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. How did Grant Wilson look when he was out there? Did he even do much?
No, I mean, again, the other one was just Mekhi Jackson. We haven't seen or heard at all, but he ran some good routes. He had some drops. I think he had 2 drops. But stock up, because we haven't seen him on the field at all. And I think he could fill in really well. Obviously, he needs to clean up his hands, but could that be first game jitters? Right?
I think he played a little bit against Kennesaw, but I don't know if he.
But his routes look clean. He looked fast. So that would be my 3. It was Martin, Alberto, and Jackson.
I mean, we had him damn near penciled in as a starter. So more when like Tyler Morris went down. But man, Jonathan Brady's been a nice little addition, a late addition too. I mean, I think we've hit everybody on offense. So let's go to the defensive side of the ball. This one should be pretty easy. To find some non-starters that had good stuff.
Go ahead. Go ahead and start with your boy, the Pepe.
Oh, okay.
You were in the car.
Did have a sack.
You were in the car.
I was in the car. And by the way, I don't think the Pepe is the proper way.
There's not a chance. That's how you say it.
just so people understand that we are just doing a thing. Like, I don't want people to think that like his last name is like actually the Pepe. We're just doing a thing. I'm going to go with a guy that is not him. I'm going to go with a guy that I really stood out to me, and that was Stephen Daly, the defensive end. Now, granted, he plays. By the way, Drake London fumble. He plays quite a bit, but man, dude, first off, you want to talk about an attitude. You want somebody that brings an attitude. That guy brings an attitude. He smashed that punter and stood over the top of him on that fake punt and gave him a couple words. Not enough not to get in trouble. He did that. And then I think the very next drive he was in on defense and had a big sack on third down and like just ate the dude alive. I thought he did a really good job of providing pressure. He was in the backfield a lot. I thought Stephen Daly was a nice little addition there too on the defensive end.
This guy is absolutely a starter, so I'm breaking my own rule. Holy hell, Landino. Again, man against boys. He could do whatever he wanted. I mean, he was throwing linemen. He was throwing ball carriers. He just looked like a man possessed.
Yeah, I thought Tyreek had a good game too for a starter.
Yeah, the defensive line it did.
Yes, Isaiah Jones had a good game.
It was nice to see Jaja Boyd.
Jaja, yep.
He didn't get the sack, but he shot through and made the quarterback roll out, which turned into an incompletion. But I love that little wrinkle, sending him on a safety blitz. He's just so fast.
Did we see Bonds? Not Bonds. Baldwin?
No, he did. I didn't notice him.
Okay. So I don't know if he's still. I know that there was a little bit of an injury concern at the beginning of the season. Dominic Ratcliffe made some plays that I noticed. We haven't really seen much of him on the interior part of the line. Jamari Monet got in and played a little bit.
Monet.
That's really about it. I mean,
that's about it.
Yeah. What did you think? No picks. I mean, they didn't throw the ball very much. It feels like what were their actual throwing stats other than
they threw 20 times.
20 times. All right. Yeah, 8 of 16
but for one
Patterson for 13 yards. What were you going to say? 1.9 yards per completion?
Yep.
Yeah, this Brock Riddle guy came in and he lit it up 3 of 4 for 25. So, yeah, dude, it was just a complete dominant show. Like, it was unbelievable. And it was fun to watch. It was funny if you guys go back and watch it on TV after one of the touchdowns. They actually show just some like random Indiana State guy like that's surrounded by IU guys, and he's actually like clapping for the touchdown and stuff. So I think we maybe at that point just brainwashed everybody in blue at that point. So is that it? Do you want to talk about anybody else on defense? No. This is just a walking through the motions pod for us. All right, we'll be right back. We'll revisit predictions. We'll see if he's got any randos in there, and then I've got some apologies to dish out. So I will be right back. Well, we will be right back. Brandon's going to be back too. All right, see ya. This episode is brought to you by your go-to expert in the Indiana real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent that you need. He's not just a real estate agent, he's a Hoosier fan just like you. And Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes the buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com. Okay, we're back. And I put a little it's a GIF, but it didn't GIF when I put it into the thing.
No, it's in mine.
Is it GIFing?
It is. Oh, it's not GIFing. It's just
memeing.
It's
not GIFing. It's just memeing. So let me read what these idiots had as predictions. Seth thought Indiana State would score 13 points and IU would only score 48. Brandon, 59-10. Oh, some might say, oh, it's not bad, right? Then I will remind you that I said score 63-7. Now, granted, I was off a little bit, but I had pure domination, and we saw pure domination on Friday. So I'll accept another trophy. I think that's 2 straight for me. I shared 1 with Seth, so I'm up 1.5 to 1 to Seth being in.
No,
the
I won the first one. I won ODU.
Yeah. You've got 1. Yeah, that's what I said. 1.5 for me, 1 for you. Seth with a half trophy.
Ha! Last place. What a fucking loser.
Of course. What?
You know, whoever's not on the pod, I'm mean to.
Oh yeah.
When you're not on the pod, I'm mean to you.
Oh yeah, you take care of me on that one. That's you light me up. All right, what do you got in your randos?
What would it take? Scholarship, NIL, for 18-year-old Bragg to have committed to Indiana State?
Well, back then we didn't have NIL, but I would just say
no, just like made
now?
Up world. Yeah, just made up world.
I don't know anything about Terre Haute at all.
Yuck.
So like I would have made
probably offending people.
Yeah. Probably would have made like give me a restaurant or something, or like I'm sure that they've got an auto dealership there. So like a car and a scholarship.
What about the Bragg burger?
Yeah. Could do that like what they do with the Mendoza burger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I mean it would be a one and done for me. I'd be transferred out and playing FBS ball the next year anyway. So, but yeah, I think I would consider it as long as I was guaranteed a start, guaranteed massive playing time, full scholarship, and a burger and a car.
I don't think anything.
Really?
I don't think
I've never been there, so I don't know how bad it really
I've
is.
never been to the campus. I've been to Terre Haute for work. Been to the city of Terre Haute. What? Okay. That's probably too personal. I'm not going to ask it. I'll just ask it. No one's listening to this point. And one of your boys says, "Dad, kind of want to go to Indiana State." What's your first reaction? What's the first words out of your mouth if one of your amazingly athletic, smart boys comes up to you, "Dad, I want to go to Indiana State"? You just show him this game. You're like,
I was gonna say, yeah, that.
You just now watch this. You're watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then tell me.
It could be worse, I guess. It could be like Evansville or like USI. No offense. We're offending so many people. Honestly, like I went to Indiana Kokomo. Not like I couldn't get into Bloomington. It's a long story. I think we've told on the pod at some point, but yeah. So I don't know. I think I'd be okay. I'd be like, we got to go visit. I got to make sure you're going to be safe. Heard things. I'm pretty sure that Live PD used to be there. I think that was one of their stops. So that's never good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm open. I'm open to it. I don't hate Indiana State. I don't respect them, I guess.
Yep. All right. That's all I got.
That's it. Didn't they beat us in basketball? Like
Archie's first game ever.
Oh my God. Yeah, we should have known. We should have known right then and there. Oh, goodness.
The signs.
Yeah. All right, it's apology time. I've got a couple apologies. One, I owe all of the listeners an apology. I don't know why I thought UCLA would be half decent, but
same. I had them at 6-6.
God, I think I had 5 and 7, so I was better than you, I guess.
Yeah.
But the Sean Foster let go. If you guys haven't seen that, that came a little bit quicker than what I thought it would be. Have they named a coach?
Yeah, I didn't do it. It's
Tino,
not Tino. It's not
okay.
Tino.
All right. So Tino could come back. Maybe.
As an offensive analyst.
Yeah, something. He's lost his job. And then I also need to apologize for thinking that Purdue fans were like actually going to be ruckus and packing that place to the brim. I understand maybe a little bit 2 or 3 hour delay in the game with the storms that came through. We weren't experiencing storms where we live in Fishers.
It was nasty in Indy. It was pretty nasty.
It?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get it. I mean, they would show the behind the commentator's view, where they show the commentators facing the camera. You'd see the empty corners. And they played pretty decent ball until they forgot how to score touchdowns when they got into the red zone, or like to keep the ball whenever they got into the red zone. But
still covered. They
did cover because of some just weird play that probably shouldn't have counted or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened on that backwards pass, wide receiver thing, whatever they were trying to do.
Some other things is Oregon cost me every parlay. So,
dude,
I
what
hate
happened
Oregon.
with that?
They just
Not
gave up.
covered.
They just,
Oh, that late touchdown. That killed me too, dude.
yeah, that was very frustrating.
I was watching the game.
I don't know if you saw, but like Kirk Ferentz like made out with a women's basketball coach. Like it was really weird. It wasn't like making out, but they were like sobbing into each other's arms, and she like kept kissing his face, and he was like embraced into her like shoulder because he like broke like the win record. They both
UMass. He should have done this pregame. He should have known
it was
33-point favorite.
It was just weird. It was all over my timeline, and I was like, this is very, very weird.
I've not seen it yet.
And then PJ Fleck lays an egg against Cal. Just goes out and again, I had that in mind. So I would have hit. I would have hit two parlays. Oregon screwed me, and Minnesota screwed me. So I'll be actively rooting against those teams because I missed two parlays by one leg both times, and it was Oregon and freaking Minnesota. So I hate you.
Yes.
Lost me.
Minnesota one was weird, dude. That one I was
asleep, but I just assumed I'd wake up to money. I was like, I'm going to wake up to money. This is great. And then I woke up like, they got their asses kicked.
Yeah. I watched a quick like YouTube comp of the highlights, and it was not good. We thought they were a pretty good ball club, but
I think we all had them like 8 wins.
So they did destroy Central Connecticut State, right? And everybody was like, man, they let off the gas at 56-0 at halftime. Well, Brandon Sorsby lit up Central Connecticut State on Saturday too, and they won 70-0. So it's not like that was like their big blow up game. I don't know. I don't know anything about Minnesota and their football team. I'm watching their.
Oh, we know their clowns. Their coach is a clown, not their clown is a coach. I mean, I guess both work.
And probably, yeah, that works. All right. Speaking of works, we're done. I think this podcast works. I don't know if anybody listened to it or not, but we'll see. If you did, be sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Happy Hour IUFB. Rate, review, follow, all that stuff, like what he said. And then we'll be back to cover the first actual massive game of the season when number 8, 9, 7, 9.
I do have
Illinois comes into town.
My friend that likes Illinois will 100% not be going. Still got to figure out babysitters and times, but Sasha and I will be there. We do need someone to watch our children, but that we have time to figure that out. I will not bring an Illinois person into the stadium, and I will be raucous.
Yes, I cannot wait. I'm going to try to convince my PGA friend to drive his truck and then drive home.
Yes, we need that.
So
he owes us.
Amazing. Does he? I guess he does. I am taking him to the game, which is probably a $200 ticket, but it's fine. Just saying. He doesn't listen to the pod, Cody, so it's fine. No big deal. All right, that's it. We'll figure out other stuff personally at some point, and everybody call Brandon's mom and tell her to watch kids.
There you go.
There you go. All right,
bye.
See you guys later. Bye.
Yep.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.